Hey guys, so for the past year we've been traveling around the world doing a little slow travel action, and we've been thinking we want to try something different. So we've been toying with the idea of a camper van. So a few weeks ago we rented a camper van to see if we enjoyed it or not, and we did a little video on that. Today we're going to discuss what that cost us and how that's going to affect us going forward. So stay tuned.
Hi, we're Jeff and Sonny. We retired early, sold everything we owned that didn't fit into 2 carry-ons and 2 backpacks, and now we slow travel the world. Join us on this groovy adventure as we explore retirement life on the road.
There we are with our drinks.
We just finished a van trip that was 23 days total. That included the night before we picked up the van, and then it was 23 days and 22 nights, I think is what it ended up being. And we went for a total of 2,140 miles. That trip was totally unsponsored, so this video on costs and stuff is completely 100% what we spent. And we did that because we wanted to do a research and development trip. We wanted to see what it was going to cost us, what kinds of things we liked, what kind of stuff we didn't like, the whole camper van thing. So today we're just going to give you that cost of what, or the list of what that cost us.
Not that we're opposed to, sponsorships.
No, we
Anybody
just
out there?
bring it.
It would help. All right, so we're going to go over the costs. At the end, I will roll them on the screen so you can see them in their actual numbers. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in looking at the actual numbers. So we're going to start off with what we paid for campsites.
Yeah.
Actual campsites cost us $524.76, and we mixed in like state campgrounds, national forests, KOAs,
Boondocking,
harvest hosts,
yeah,
and that sort of thing. So we ended up paying $524.76. And as far as boondocking goes, of course that didn't cost anything, and we liked that.
That was my favorite.
Plus, even and not even because of the cost.
Right.
It was just nice to be out away from everybody else, and
Yes.
it felt more in tune with nature.
Yeah, it was nice to be out in nature, quiet. We could go hiking if we wanted to. We could do all the things we'd like to do.
We could go skinny dipping if we wanted to.
No. And plus it was free.
Yeah.
And when we went to the KOA, none of that happened.
No.
It was not quiet. It was not free. It was, I'm sure, like I said in the previous video, I'm sure that's great for families, but just not our vibe.
No, it didn't really solve any of our issues. We thought, KOA, that's right, you spend a little money, but you get to do laundry and you get showers and whatnot. The laundry still have to pay for. Showers are okay, but I can find showers somewhere else. I think you could probably get a membership at Planet Fitness for less than you would pay for a night at KOA. So
yeah, and if you didn't watch our other video, I think I mentioned in our other video that KOA was almost $80 for one night, and
yeah.
we could have stayed in a hotel for that.
Yeah.
So
the next item is food. Now, I find these numbers surprising.
it's a little shocking.
Granted, we're driving around the West, and the West is more expensive than the East. We spent on groceries, and groceries also included the money we spent at Harvest Hosts, because when you stay at a Harvest Host, they expect you to spend a little money on, the products that your host has. So there was $1,200
Yeah.
for 3 weeks.
Just on groceries.
That seems really high. Yeah, so I think that's an area of improvement.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Definitely.
And then just then we had to eat out a few times, and we wanted to eat out a few times.
Right.
It also included like a special birthday dinner for our son. We went and visited him, so these numbers a little higher. Plus, the stove in our camper van stopped working about 4 days from the end, so we had to eat out.
Yeah.
So eating out was $950. So I think on the eating out, that would definitely be a much smaller number when we're doing this ourselves. We just ran into a few things, and birthdays and whatnot. So,
And that was also, we moved a lot, and so you and I like to go out for a coffee here and there, and whatever. So that was more of those happened
Right.
too. So
Right.
that wouldn't happen necessarily once we were in one spot for more often.
yeah. I find since it was sort of a new thing and it was so easy to pack up and go,
Yeah.
we moved more often than we probably will if we're doing it full time.
Right.
So I think we'll save just an economy of scale just by staying in one place. Now the other one, I think most people are probably interested in this, is how much gas cost on this thing.
And we only spent $747.22. I personally thought that would be more.
Yeah.
We were able to look on our planning tool that we used, Wilder Trips. Then we were able to kind of compare.
A link to that video in the description.
Yes. We were able to compare because we did a route through California with the average price of being, I think it was at the time, $5.40 something per gallon. And then we were also to compare the other trip, and Wilder Trips showed us that it was maybe a good thing to avoid California. But that surprised me. I thought we'd spend more on gas. I think we budgeted more closer to the $950 that we spend on restaurants.
Right. Yeah. All right, so we had some fixed costs associated with what we call the rolling roof, or the I don't know,
I like the rolling roof.
rolling home. So the biggest one was the rental of the van, which is crazy. And we picked these guys because they were one of the cheaper ones.
Right.
But it's still crazy. It's like $107 a night.
More than that.
170, more than that.
177 something, I
Yeah.
think it was. So almost 180 a night.
I don't know why you would do it. I mean, we did it for research, but
Right.
I wouldn't just do this. It's too expensive. You could stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
But the total for the 21 days was $3,700. We'll give the exact figures at the bottom here.
Yeah.
So that's, ouch.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, and we picked Road Surfer, one because it was, like you said, one of the cheaper ones. It was also one of the few that included the insurance in the cost of the rental. Some of the other places were more per night, and then you had to include insurance on that because we don't have
Right.
insurance.
Plus these guys,
So
they're pretty big, so you can do one-way trips. You don't have to do a round trip.
right.
It does cost extra to
Was-
do the.
Do you want me to tell the total of?
Yeah.
It was to do a one-way trip, so from Phoenix to Seattle, and not have to come back to Phoenix. They added an extra $299 to do that.
Yeah. So.
Not bad.
Yeah. When we got to Phoenix, we flew in from Mexico, and we had to stay at night at a hotel. And we thought we were getting a deal on this hotel through our credit card,
We thought we were.
because it was a really nice sort of resort and stuff. But
Yeah.
we were supposed to get a big credit back and everything. We didn't read the fine print because
Did you have to stay 2 nights?
yeah, we stayed one night instead of 2 nights, so we didn't get the money back that we were hoping we were going to get back. But it was really nice. We enjoyed our time there.
Yeah, that was a nice hotel.
It was $487.
A little more than we would have spent typically on a hotel. We don't typically spend quite that much.
No.
But it was Scottsdale, and Phoenix, so the hotels were up there, but not quite this much.
Probably could have got a better price.
Yeah.
But didn't read the fine print.
Lesson learned.
Yeah. All right, so there were a few other little incidental costs related to this trip. We had a toll bridge fee for $5.50. The flight to get from Mexico to the States, we spread that out over our time in the States, but the portion dedicated to this part of the trip was $150,
Mm-hmm.
and then we had about $200 worth of miscellaneous stuff, which was
We had to buy a few items to add to their kitchen box because they didn't have a decent knife in there. There wasn't some miscellaneous things like that. There wasn't, I think, a cutting board and some other things that we went ahead and tongs and cutting shears, things like that. So we added that.
things that we personally refuse to live without.
Right, things that we thought were important in the camper van, because the van comes with a kitchen box, which is very well equipped.
Yeah,
but
basically.
we thought we wanted to add those items, so we spent I believe, I don't know, $70 something to add those items in, and then we also included the cost of campfire wood,
Firewood stuff.
firewood,
Yeah.
to that, and so we spent $190 on the miscellaneous stuff.
Yeah. So the mid-tier costs, well, sort of our
fixed-
basic fixed costs that we always have every month. For this 3-week trip, we apportioned about $350 for all of our stuff that we have and pay every month. Just the fixed costs that you can see in our other budget videos.
Yeah.
So the grand total for the whole thing, including rental and everything, is, you ready for this? We're talking 3 weeks here. $8,342.79. Now I know some of our friends out there are going, I could take a couple cruises for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yes, you could.
Yeah. That was not a savings mode trip for us.
No, but it was research. We knew it was going to be more expensive.
We
so
did.
We're not over, whatever the word is.
We're not over what we budgeted about that for this trip. We knew it would cost about this much.
Yeah. So that brings us a daily average of $362.73 a day, what's our
165.
165. So it gives us a couple $100 a day.
Yeah.
Now, just for fun, we kind of broke it apart and took the rental out and things that we wouldn't spend on a normal, if we had our own van. So total spent,
Yes.
so that'd be $39.68.11, which is about $188 a day.
And that still included the $950 on the restaurants, which we probably wouldn't do on a monthly basis in our own van. That included moving almost every day. We stayed only at a couple places, a couple nights, but
and a lot more paid campgrounds than we'll probably end up doing.
so that in gas, we wouldn't spend quite so much. $747 wouldn't be as much in gas because we're not moving as much.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, the campsites we would do more boondocking.
Yeah. So I think we could get easily down to our budgeted daily
or under.
Yeah.
I think we just, before we videoed this or filmed this, we went ahead and got it down to
Just crunched a few numbers.
It was like what, 135 or something like that per day.
No, it's you still have to include the cost of buying a van and all that. So it's not going to save us money to do this.
Not right off the bat.
But we have money set aside for this sort of thing, so it's not like we're spending extra money.
Right.
So I think it'll be a good thing for us, and I like adding this to the mix.
Yeah.
Just to shake things up, and there's still a lot of the country, and there's a lot of the Canadian place up there we want to go check out, and so yeah, I think this is something we're gonna do.
So barring the grand total of $8,000, which we know is not what it's going to cost us.
Right.
Campervan is definitely something I would add to our mix, like you said.
Yeah. So we got any campervanners out there? Curious to see how much you spend per month?
Right. I'd love to know that information.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of estimating, because it's hard to know. Even though we did the research and development, we did kind of crunch the numbers a little bit, it's still hard to kind of know because we didn't truly live like we would have lived,
Right.
because we had a destination we had to get to. So
Plus, I think we went through, we missed California, which I think saved us
saved us.
a bundle, but
Yeah.
Oregon and Washington are expensive too, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we spend a little less time in those places. Not that
That's
I don't
true.
want to see those places, but
Yeah.
I think
There's a whole United States to go see. So.
yeah, it was a shock driving from Idaho to Oregon and seeing the difference in gas prices and everything. It was just
Yeah.
crazy.
It went $1.25 jump from this side of the border to this side of the border, automatically $1.25 more per gallon.
Yeah, so crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, that's our cost of the van trip. I know we had several people asking about that, so there you go. Have any questions? Leave them in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button. And until next week, huevos rancheros.
See you guys.